Welcome everybody to PokéMunchies, where we mix cooking with cards. On today's episode, we're going to be opening up 3 booster packs, and I'm going to show you guys how to make your own sofrito from scratch. Alright, let's set it off. We got Scarlet and Violet, Obsidian Flames, and Paradox Rift. I think we're going to start with some Paradox Rift first. Alright, let's see what we got going on in here. Y'all know I got problem opening these packs, but I've been practicing. I'm going for a Paradox Rift upside down method. Let's see if it works. We'll flip it up. Let's see what we got going on inside. You know, sometimes I get confused. I feel like, well, here's the code card first. I feel like I gotta go and count the cards and do the card trick. I'm like, no, not today. There's sus. Jirachi looking cool. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. Nasil, I don't know. Parasol lady, that's cool. Man, medical energy. There's an energy for every type now. Again, 100 of these. I don't want that. I don't need this one either. Ooh, this Onyx look cool. Alright, so we setting it off with a little bug. Alright. Iron Moth. Okay, it's all good. Paradox Rift out the way. Alright, let's grab this Scarlet and Violet. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna see what we got going on in here now. Alright, so a little bit about today's video. Some of y'all might be thinking, what is sofrito? If you watched my video where I made the yellow rice with gandules, you're gonna see that I put sofrito in that recipe. Yo, I just realized I opened this pack like a normal person. Finally. I'm learning, little by little. Alright, what we got in here? Varoom, the vacuum. I don't know what that one is. We got the crab, and we got the goat. I like this guy, the knockoff Pikachu. Look at them grapes. Them grapes look good. Alright, we got the bird. Fuecoco, I like Fuecoco. Fuecoco's always cool. Yep. Oh, snap. Yo, there was one stuck to the Fuecoco. Yo, Corridon EX, Toxicroak EX. Yo, that's crazy. I got the 2-for-1. Finally. Here's the code for y'all. Yo, Fuecoco, come here, man. You the best. Look at that, man. We got the 2-for-1. Man, I've heard myths about this. I haven't experienced it yet, but that's what's up. Alright, we got this Toxicroak. He looks pretty cool. Alright, before I get too soup, let's go make this sofrito. I'll leave you right there. Well, I'll be back. Alright, here's all the ingredients we're going to use to make the sofrito today. Starting from the bottom right, you got cilantro. Next to that is garlic. Above that is ají dulce. Next to that is culantro. Then we got onion, paprika, orange, lime juice, vinegar, water, oregano, and tri-colored bell peppers. Alright, we're going to start with the culantro and the cilantro. Alright, here we got the culantro and the cilantro. Culantro's on the left, cilantro's on the right. I think culantro is a pretty cool name for a vegetable. I'm sorry, I had to. Alright, so you're gonna cut the bottom part off of the cilantro. I'm gonna end up getting that mixed up. I could tell. Cilantro. Okay. You're just gonna cut the bottom part of the cilantro off. We'll throw this part away. I like to keep organized, clean area while I'm cooking. I suggest you do the same so it could be easier to maintain all these ingredients. Alright, so we're gonna cut the cilantro in 3 parts. I like the way that sound. It sounds cool. Yeah? Culantro? Never mind. It's not even the culantro, it's just the cilantro. Never mind. Alright, we're gonna take the cilantro and we're gonna put the rest of it inside of this bucket. And I use this so that way I can clean and strain. It's pretty useful. Put every little bit in there. And now we're gonna go and rinse that off and just set it off to the side. Now we got my favorite, culantro. So we're gonna do the same with the culantro. We're just gonna cut it right down the middle in 3 parts. Here we go. This culantro feels cold. Eh? Alright, I'm definitely gonna stop. Let's take the culantro that we got, set off to the side, and put it inside the same container with the cilantro. And we're gonna make sure we give it a good clean. Alright, now we clean both of the cilantro and the culantro, and we're gonna give it a strain? I don't know what I'll call this, but one of these buckets, if y'all don't have one of these buckets, I recommend getting one of these because it's pretty convenient. Okay, so now we got our cilantro culantro mixture drained and clean. We put it off to the side. I'm actually gonna put it inside of one of these containers. It's a mixing container, but I need something bigger, and this is definitely not gonna be big enough. Plus, I'm gonna be using this multiple times to clean and strain all the vegetables and the ingredients. Okay, so now we're gonna take this and put it off to the side. Now for the part that I hate the most, cutting onions. You're gonna cut both ends of the onions off, and then we're gonna peel the top layer off. Hopefully your knife is better than mine. And every time, I'm gonna just tell you, cutting onions, I hate cutting onions. It's the worst. It's always making my eyes burn, and I don't think, if you like cutting onions, something's wrong. I don't know, but bro, did you see that part? It looked like I just bit a chunk off of it. Alright, whatever. We're gonna cut this in 4. So cut this piece in half, and we're gonna cut it in half again. Even though I cut off like 15% of the onion in that spot, but it's all good. Alright, so now we got the onion cut. Just, there we go. Looks like an apple. Take the rest of the skin and just toss that out. And if you still have a layer over the top, just cut that off. And then you can toss that. So with these remaining pieces, we're cutting those pieces in half. Now, the purpose of all this chopping and cutting is so that way it could be easier to blend together. So let's put this inside the strainer. You already know the drill. And let's move on to the next one. All right, I kind of rinsed out the cutting board a little bit. We're gonna cut some garlic. So it's gonna be the same drill like what we did with the onion, where we cut the ends off of it. But I'm gonna show you a little trick that I learned from studying abroad. Nah, I'm joking. My wife just taught me this trick like 5 minutes ago. Press down on the knife on top of the garlic, and then boom, you can just peel the skin right off. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've cut garlic without doing that, and now I feel enlightened. So thanks. So we're gonna do this. I'm showing y'all with another garlic. It's real simple. Just cut the ends off, take your knife, press down on it, and the skin's gonna come right off. Easy peasy. You're gonna go ahead and do this same process to all the garlics that you have, and it should look like this. You don't need to rinse this garlic. Just go ahead and put it inside the container with the rest of the vegetables you got. Don't forget to clean up. Alright, it's pepper time. That's a juicy pepper right there. Damn. Alright, so I'm gonna teach y'all a little trick. Take your knife and cut the top part of the pepper just like I'm doing here. It's gonna be where the stem is. I'm doing this trick so that way I can get all the seeds out at once. Most of the time there's gonna be some seeds still left in there, but watch, y'all gonna see how much seeds come out of this. Come on, I need a new knife. Anybody got recommendations on a good knife? Leave me a comment below. I appreciate it because I need to upgrade. Alright, so I'm peeling this top part off, and then look, all these seeds, one go, boom. I'm gonna save this little part because it's good pepper. Put this to the side, and that's in the trash. Now all we gotta do here is we're gonna score the pepper down, and then cut the veins, I guess. Ugh, that sounds horrible, but we're just gonna cut this part off where the remaining seeds are. As much of the white part that you see in there, try to cut as much of that part off. Now, it don't need to be perfect, but the more you get off, the better. And it smells so good also while you cutting it. Alright, so we're gonna do the same process on this one. Cut all of that white stuff out. The stem, I think it's called the stem. The stem, no, I'm bugging. The vein. Ugh. Alright, so we're gonna cut that off and then we're gonna cut the pepper down. So keep in mind, it don't need to be perfect. All of this is gonna turn into mush. It's just so that way we can make it easier to blend. So the same process I'm doing here, you're gonna do it to all the bell peppers you got. And we should have 4. You should have 4. So now we got them all cut up. Put them in our little bowl. So that way we can put them, you guessed it, to the side. I'll tell you this though, it smells super good in my kitchen right now. Alright, so we got all the peppers cut up, scored down, all the seeds taken out. And we're gonna go ahead and put inside of this container the strainer. We got the garlic in there, we got the onion in there. Everything is gonna get rinsed and strained. If you don't have a container big enough to do it all in one hit, just do it little by little. You can see the garlic, I got the onion, the peppers in there, but we're gonna put more. We're not finished yet. Alright, now for the worst part, the ají dulce, aka sweet chili pepper. These little guys have way too many seeds, so we're gonna do that same method. Cut the top where the stem is, cut around, don't cut straight down the middle, because if you do, all those seeds are gonna pop out. So scoop the seeds out as best as you can and just hope for the best because this thing is the worst with seeds. I should plant some of these actually, it's pretty cool, but yeah, so same thing, we're gonna cut it down. Try to cut as much of that white stuff, the vein, I think that's what it's called. Cut all of that out and then just cut them in halves. One day I'm gonna look back and I'm like, yo, how did I cook with this knife? But hey, it's making it work right now. Let me stop, get all these seeds out, and just cut them down. The more you cut it down, the easier it's gonna be to blend, but it don't need to be perfect. And you're gonna do this same process for the rest of the sweet chili peppers, aka ají dulce. It's your Spanish 101 also. We got Pokemon, we got Spanish 101, we got Cooking 101. We got a little bit of everything on this channel. Alright, so this is gonna be the same thing on this one. I'm gonna show y'all one more time. Cutting around the stem, and I kind of cut towards the middle so some of the seeds pop. There you go. Seeds everywhere. See, that's what you don't want, because then it's going to be a nice little mess. But yep, so it's going to be the same thing. Cutting it down, getting that vein down the middle. Try to take as much as the seeds and that white part out. Put it in and boom. Now we got all the ají dulce cut up. We got the bell peppers cut up. We got the onions cut up. The garlic. Everything smells fresh. Let's go ahead and put that together and put it off to the side. Alright, if you've never cut an orange before, it must be nice. So, all we're gonna do is just cut this orange in half. Cut it in half again. Don't cut your finger off, because I almost did. And we're just gonna peel the skin off of the orange. Easy. I think after today, I'm gonna go get a brand new knife because I almost cut my finger off and that was scary. I'm frying. I'm probably not gonna go and get a new knife, but I need one ASAP at that. Regardless, we're gonna peel the rest of the skin off and then just toss that skin in the garbage and Don't eat the orange. As tempting as it looks. We're gonna put the orange, you guessed it, off to this. Nah, I'm joking. You're gonna put everything together this time because we're done cutting. No more chopping, no more cutting. We're gonna start putting everything together so we can blend it all up. So you see, like, we would have not had enough space with the other containers. So add all the ingredients in the biggest container that you got. So for me, it's this old reliable right here, my mixing container. So I'm gonna add the orange pieces together and we're done. Man, you can't be fresh like this. No extra ingredients or none of that nonsense. Fresh sofrito from scratch at home. Now we got the blender ready. Don't mind my counter space. I got a pretty small kitchen. But we're gonna take the vinegar, and there's 2 tablespoons of vinegar. It's gonna be less than 1/4 cup of vinegar. Go ahead and add that inside your blender. And then we're gonna use a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. Add that in there as well. Next is the paprika. Now, don't do what I did. I stuck the little teaspoon inside of there, thinking, oh yeah, it'll be a piece of cake to pull it out, but nah, I had a close call. But regardless, it's gonna be a teaspoon of paprika. Come on, focus for me. Come on. There we go. See? Teaspoon. So go ahead, dump that in there as well. Get your lime juice and give it a good squeeze. Alright, now we got the vinegar, oregano, paprika, and lime juice added inside the blender. We're going to start to put the vegetables. So just grab a handful like I did right here and just start putting it inside the blender. You don't need to put equal parts of this and that. Nah, just little by little. You don't want it to be full though, as you can see, because if not, it's not going to blend well and it's going to give you some problems. Just like this blender is giving me problems right now. Come on, man. Here. Make sure the bottom is nice and secure. Got the blender going. So, like I was saying, if you put too much of it, it's not going to blend. Yo, I was about to cry. I thought my blender broke. But nah, we good. So now, sometimes you could come across what's going on right here. There could be a little bit of the skin from the onion that gets caught on the bottom. So just take your spatula, mess around inside of there, try to loosen whatever is getting stuck. This is inevitable. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen over and over. Unless you got a really good blender. Even then it's going to happen, but we got a little contingency plan for something like this. So we're going to try to blend it up. Just leave it a little bit. Sometimes it could just be acting up because something's not catching, but when in doubt, we got something to fix this. It's called H2O, baby. Water. So we're going to pour a little bit of water, not too much, nothing crazy, because you don't want it to turn into just liquid, like straight up. We need it to be mushy. So now we're going to give it a blend. There we go. The consistency that we're looking for is going to be comparable to like applesauce or like baby food. Applesauce I think is better because it's going to have some texture in it. And it's going to be runny, but it's going to have a lot more texture than baby food. Alright, so just add a little bit more, little by little, and then just continue to blend. And keep in mind, like I said, if it gets rough, it doesn't want to blend right, like right here, we're going to open up the tapa and we're going to mix it around inside so that way it could be easier to blend. Now it's going to catch. Watch, there we go. Nice and smooth. So the same process again. Add a little bit more of the ingredients. Nothing too much. We don't want to overstuff it. And then back to the blender. Just in case you didn't know, tapa means cover or top. Spanish 101. Told y'all. Alright, so see it blending real well. And it's gonna smell so good when it's blending up like this too. So Give it a good mix inside. Make sure nothing is catching on to the blades. And put another layer on top. Your goal is to use all the vegetables that you chopped up. You don't want to leave any behind. You don't want to throw any away. This is gold. So it's getting a little thick. I'm putting some more water inside to make it a little bit more liquidy. Because like I said, the consistency is going to be like applesauce. Yo, I was just thinking. I pulled 2 cards in 1 pack. That was so cool. I've never done that before. And that Crydon and Toxicroak, that's what they were. Yeah, that was cool. But I'm getting off track. So just continue to add more ingredients, push around inside. If it gets too thick, add a little bit more water and then mix it up. And then slowly but surely, you're going to use all your veggies, all your hard work is going to pay off. And this is going to be your final result. Fresh sofrito. Not store-bought, nothing from a container. Real veggies, real ingredients used. Now, I recommend storing. I'm bugging. Storing the sofrito inside of a mason jar like this. Something that's gonna preserve all the ingredients inside for a good amount of time, because who knows how long you're gonna be using the sofrito for. Just don't spill it. Don't go. Did I spill something? Yeah. Oh, come on, man. Just don't spill it like I did. It's inevitable. I'll stay spilling stuff. And don't pour it as fast as I did neither, because you're going to spill. Alright, now we got all the sofrito out the blender, and this is the final result. Fresh sofrito ready to use. So I put all the sofrito that I had inside of these 2 mason jars, and then I put one of them inside this little plastic container. One of them I'm going to put it in the freezer. The other 2 I'm going to put them in the fridge. You can put your sofrito in the freezer and just leave it there for as long as you want. And then whenever you need it, you got backup. And you're going to need it if you continue to follow my channel and follow some of the recipes, because I'm going to do something else with the sofrito pretty soon. Alright, well there you have it, folks. Sofrito from scratch. It's super easy, very convenient, and you're going to have a lot. So I recommend follow this recipe, store your sofrito, and cook some good food with it. Speaking of good, we got these 2 good pools. Yeah, man. Time for Obsidian Flames. Our last pack for the day. We got some good healthy sofrito. I'll probably make some chicken fricassee with it, some yellow rice, some spaghetti. A lot of stuff we could make with it. But alright, no, we got Pokemon cards right here. Alright, let's go. We got Tadball, little baby frog, Lechonk. Always gotta show love for Lechonk. And then immediate failure, Roach. I'm good. Darman. No, I ain't gonna try. You know who he is. That's what's up. Got the owl, Frogadier. I like Frogadier. It's like the before Greninja. We got Larvitar. Oh! Yo! Charizard EX. Gold card. Yo! Yo, it's super lit. That's sick. Y'all, I'm gonna hunt for Charizard. Y'all don't even care about this guy with Thundurus? Alright, bye. And then here's your redeem card. Just, there you go. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas. You already know. Yo, Charizard. I got one. Finally. I pulled one in the past, like this past summer, but I mean, nah. Like, getting a gold card, that's sick. Finally. I'm definitely putting this in my binder ASAP. Yo, what? That's sick. Now I think about it. In 2 packs, I got 3 good pulls. Sleeve up this beautiful full art illustration rare. Toxicroak, he looks sick too. But nah, I got this Charizard. Wow, perfect. Man, this was a good video. If y'all had fun, leave me a like and subscribe. Until next time, stay safe and God bless.